What's up, Misfit Crew? Eric for President here, wanting to be your VR channel of choice. Today, let's talk about the ProTube and how this can be very easy to set up and change everything you know about VR shooters. If you have ever played any VR shooters, you know the struggle of using two-handed weapons. Bringing a two-handed gun to line up sights in a heated firefight can take away from the immersion and straight up make things not as fun. You also know scopes are basically pointless. Try and aim through a scope using just two hands without a stock is virtually impossible with how shaky it is and unstable. For the purposes of this video, I will show you my ProTube setup, how I have arranged it, tips and tricks, and at the end a little in-game demo so you can see it in action for yourself. I do use the HTC Vive, and while I have not had much practice on the Oculus Rift, I will give my take on using it with the Vive and Rift together. Your experience and setup may vary a little bit from mine depending on just your stature, how you present yourself, your size, how you play in game, different types of games. There's a lot of variables. However, by sticking to this setup, these tips, these tricks, it'll basically get you 95% of the way there. That way, when you do get your ProTube, you can jump in pretty quickly and avoid going through kind of a long learning process. Out of the box, when purchasing a full assembly, you'll get the ProTube more or less set up already for you. There are many adjustments, and ProTube does provide a detailed procedure for optimizing setup. I found these instructions very useful, but it took me a lot of trial and error to figure that out. In a moment, I'm going to give you my tips on how to quickly set up your ProTube. That way you can jump right into your favorite game. Now, ProTube comes in a couple different versions. I'm going to call one a standard version and one the carbon fiber version. I have actually received the carbon fiber version. I'll show you a little bit of detailed close-up looks at this throughout this video as well. The carbon fiber one is, of course, lighter than the standard version. I cannot vouch for how much lighter it is. I'm sure it's going to be a nominal difference where both will be very adequate. I'm sure no one's going to get tired using either. I'm going to go for lighter, more comfortable every time. But again, it's going to come down to a price point. I will say just how light this is though. It feels like there's nothing to this, guys. This is as light can be. It feels great. Now, right off the box, it's going to come out just like this. If you get it pre-assembled where it kind of comes all together, you can see that there is adjustable points throughout it. You have the butt. This is the butt stock. That is adjustable. You'll have the adjustable back end here, an adjustable middle, and of course everything else on here has different clamps that you can adjust the position of where your controllers are going to be as well. In addition, you will see right here and right here, I know it's very small, I'll try to zoom in for you guys. That is where your 2-point sling can go. Now, just a moment, I'm going to put that 2-point sling on and show you how I use it. Now, you can see, even though with two clips, even though we have 1 and 2 for where the sling can go, I have preferred and found that it's better just to use the back end one. This gives you a better drop on your hip, that way you can easily get it. Let me demonstrate. So I find that with a position like this, you can see with the 1 point, it hangs down. I always know where it is, wherever I'm moving. It's very easy to grab back, put right where I need it. So I haven't put the controllers in here yet, but you can imagine it's hanging down here, go right back up. Hanging down here, goes right back up. It's quick, it's easy. I like the 1-point action right here, rather than putting the sling all the way at the end. As for an optional package, I did get the mag tube for this as well. Now, what the mag tube is you have these magnetic pieces. They go right on here and right here. By having these, you're able to quickly exchange your controller, and by using muscle memory, basically goes right back on. It clicks, you don't have to worry about putting your controller in or anything like that. It clicks right there. All right, now it's time to show you the quick, easy setup. So the first step that you're gonna wanna do to get everything set up is you're gonna wanna put everything in a horizontal line. For the purpose of this, I do have my mag tubes put on. Basically, what these are again is quick access to remove the controller. So these are on here. These can be off or on depending on which model you have when you set this up. But what you do want is you want a full horizontal playing field here. What you're gonna do first is take the butt here. The butt is gonna go up 2 clicks, 1, 2. The center here right now is gonna go up 3. Now this one is a little tighter, so you're gonna have to give it a good amount of pull basically to get this. You're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. This basically at this point is how I set it up. It basically feels good almost in 90% of games. And basically you're ready to go play. Now what you're gonna be using the front end for, this is your leverage here. This is what's gonna change depending on the gun that you're using. And of course I'll show this to you in the demo when we get in game. But basically, the key to using this is you're gonna have 4 points of contact. That's 4 points. Now I ain't a learned man, but I think I can get through 4 points. Your first point of contact is gonna be 1. Your offhand is gonna be the one down here. Your second point of contact, 2. This is where your main hand's gonna go. Main hand on the back, secondary arm on the front. That's 2 points of contact right there. Your third point of contact is the butt into basically your shoulder or your body, wherever you feel comfortable with it. That's your third point of contact. And your fourth point of contact is right on the cheek. Basically, by doing this is going to give you optimal line on your sights. To be honest, the way that this came pre-packaged, I did not even have to alter the position of where the controllers go. Basically, again, you've got 1 point of contact, 2 point of contact, 3 point of contact, and 4 point of contact. From here, I basically haven't had any problem whatsoever finding anything. And from there, let me put these controllers in here so you can see it in action. You do want to give the controllers a good firm push. That way they're nice and snug. The last thing you want is them coming out during mid-game. Now, one thing I do want you to see here is I mean, there is this, I like having this loose. This one always you want loose because this is going to be your point. Bigger guns you're going to need further, smaller guns you're going to have up here. But I mean, this is solid. There is nothing that I'm worried about anything falling out. My controllers are snug in there. So again, to show you, you got 1 point of contact, 2 point of contact, 3 point of contact, 4 point of contact. And basically at this point, you're good to go. When you get a gun, you're obviously going to take your mag tube out. You can see how it goes right back in. Click, click. Same thing with this side, goes right back in. I highly recommend getting the mag tube. I don't think this would be as easy if I had to keep putting the controllers in and out. But basically in game, you're gonna always want to pick up your gun with your dominant hand first and get this all situated. From there, in a lot of games, you're gonna take your secondary arm and bring it up to your gun, grab it, and then extend. Shorter guns, you'd be extending to about here, here. The biggest guns up here. And from there, that should pretty much line up your sight. You should pretty much be ready to go right out the gate at this point. In reality, it really couldn't be easier. Now, yes, you can follow the instructions and set it up. There are going to be varying degrees of what works for you versus everyone else. However, I find that just by starting here, you're 95% of the way there. Again, once you get these back two set up, it's just a matter of finding where you want in game with this one. A lot of times I'll take, a lot of times, honestly, I'll grab the gun, bring it up, put it in. I'll then get my ammo, cock it, whatever, put it back, grab it with 2 hands, pull back, and I'm ready to go. And from there, honestly, if you have this and you're good at a game and someone doesn't have this, you're gonna be a leg up. So let's jump right into basically a test. Showing up, we're gonna be playing Standout VR Battle Royale. We're gonna jump right in, show you some, just some quick loadouts. Hopefully we'll find a good gun. I'd like to show using scopes. I'd like to show using red dot, as well as just the barrel sights, but we'll see what happens. We'll see you in game, let's go. All right guys, so as you can see, I am not using my sling. It's not because I don't want to, it's just with my lav mic on, the sling is gonna be right here. I like to keep it on one arm, like I showed you in the beginning. Remember, I am using the HTC Vive. The Rift may be a little different than this, how you're set up, but again, using these tools, you'll basically be there. So hopefully we'll get down there, be able to show you kind of the tips and tricks, how to use this. A nice little, nice little test. Iron sights are good. I hate the scopes. The scopes, even with this, are still good, but personally, they're just not a favorite of mine. I would like to get a red dot sight, hopefully pretty early, just to show you how accurate this ProTube really is, so you can kind of see exactly where I'm aiming and exactly where I'll be hitting. So let's get down there and hopefully not get immediately just hammered by some peeps. Looks like we got one person right on top, so this is going to cause a little bit of a problem depending on where this person goes. Looks like they're going to be taking kind of a weird routes, a couple weird routes. So let's jump right in here. Kind of a shitty gun, but you see, so I pulled it out, snap back in, pull it out, load it, get whatever you need. Muscle memory is going to be a big play in. Oh, hold on, someone come behind me. Then you pull up, you're going to pull up, grab it, pull back out, lined right up. Now ideally, there's what I wanted. We're gonna put this down here just in case, but this is exactly what I wanted. So we got, take your P90, I need a little ammo, muscle memory. So small weapon, right? 1 point of contact, 2 point of contacts, dominant hand in the back, 3 point of contacts, 4. And now you're set. Now look at this sight. Look at that sight. Look how it's exactly where I want it to be. Take one shot, boom. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. It doesn't get much easier than that. It's an amazing, honestly, it's gonna change the way you play. So now, unfortunately, we're in a, hold on. Yeah, so we got quite a few people all around us right now. And again, I'm sorry for all the quick turns. I would like to do, you know, full body turning, but for the sake of being on camera and showing you guys how this works, this is probably not going to happen. This guy's got a pretty good gun. I already know he does, so that's going to cause a little bit of a problem. Let's play a little aggressive here. This game, you can see through walls. It's that easy, guys. That easy. Okay, so we're hurting. Back in, cock it. Muscle memory down here, pull back up, grab, out. You're set. Thankfully, we are smack in the middle where we need to be. But we do need some more ammo. I do know there was someone else over there. Okay, so we got something there. Shit. So we got a little bit of a long-range target. Nice little hit right there. Didn't do as much as I wanted it to, but this is not a powerful weapon. Headshot, right there. So even with a weak weapon like a P90, that's not a bad weapon, but we're gonna try to see what that guy had, because I like that he was in cover. What you got, buddy? He had an M16, so that's pretty nice. So we're gonna take this. Again, this would be a lot easier if I had the sling on. Like a lot easier. But it ain't too bad. Now, unfortunately, I do not know how much ammo this guy had left, so I'm hoping he's got quite a bit stock left. So we're gonna take a couple pot shots to see what we can do here. But I mean, you can see the iron sights line up very well. You'll be able to hit long range with this. The only reason I'm going out... Oh, there we go. There you go. Not only does it have the benefit of taking somebody out, but we can actually now get rid of that with a little more certainty that I'm not wasting any ammo. Back up, down, out. I like with these big guns, I really like my arm far out. I just think it's better. Let's see how we're looking here. We're smacked. Oh, shit. We got a guy right here, so let's go take a look where he's at. There you go. We got 5 left, 4 kills in this round. It's a pretty good test. I didn't expect another health. I have no health left, but... Now, if I had a red dot sight with an M16, guys, you get a ProTube and an M16 with a red dot sight. Yeah, everyone better just stay clear of you, because you're going to be kind of insanely overpowered. Now, one thing I've always kind of curious about, never looked, but are these things usable? No, they're not. I've actually never looked. I've always wanted to kind of be curious. Oh, we're looking pretty good here, guys. I don't want to do too much moving around because we're smack in the middle of this thing. But I also do need a little bit better of cover. Way too many ways for these people to come all around me. And I am too low a health. So what we got? We got 3 left, including myself. Not too shabby. Let's see if we can take anyone out. Long range. Long range kills really just make you feel good in this game, I'll tell you that. I do wish I had, like I said, the red dot sight, but I mean, you guys can see, moving around is pretty easy while using this. I don't feel tired, I'll tell you that. I don't feel tired at all. My arms feel great. Honestly, I can't say enough good stuff about this. I can hear it over here. With 2 people left, okay, there we go. It's me and one other guy now. I could hear him. Now, if I had the red dot sight, this would be just fantastic. I'd be unstoppable right now. Now, I heard him over here. For the sake of this demo, I'm just going to go try to find him because we're not here to camp and wait for the end. We're here to play and see if we can get an aggressive victory. Now, I want to hug this rock because that means I just have to look around. I don't see any movement anywhere, which is good. Honestly, I probably should have done this earlier, but I'm getting pretty quick at these. Okay. I don't see any movement, so we're gonna move a little further out. At this point, I'm actually trying to come up behind him. Oh, he got us. Oh, not bad. Second place, guys. Second place with a good demo. There's my global rank. There's Eric for president, guys. Make sure to subscribe. But basically, that is the demo of the ProTube. I'm hoping you like this. I'm hoping you like the demo. I can't say enough stuff about this. I did join the Kickstarter to try to get the Force Tube, which will give me some recoil, make it feel a little more realistic. If that does get funded, I hope to show that to you all. But if you like what you see, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I really enjoy doing stuff like this, showing you guys tips and tricks on how to use things. Yeah, it's a blast. I'm Eric for President, guys. During this loading screen, have a great one. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.